Welcome back. If you've been following along, last week we broke down three loops that run most corporate professionals: the achiever trap, the fixer loop, the identity lock. This week I want to take it somewhere nobody in the personal development space really goes. Not mindset, not habits, not morning routines, money. Specifically, how your emotional loop is controlling your financial decisions without you realizing it. And before you think this is a finance episode, it's not. I'm just going to tell you to budget better or invest smarter. No, I'm not going to do that. That's the surface. I'm going underneath it because your relationship with money shows much more deeper thing, and the most clearest mirror of your emotional operating system is seen through this. Most people have never looked at it this way, so let me walk you through what I see when I work with corporate professionals. Pattern number 1: the achievement spender. This is most accords in the entropy code. This is most A codes in the entropy code. They earn well, they spend well. Courses, gadgets, car, watches, upgrades. It looks like success. But underneath, every purchase is fulfilling a gap. The gap between what they achieved and what they feel. The spending isn't about the thing, it's about the hit, the momentary proof that they are moving forward, and when that hit fades, which it does, usually within 48 hours, which we call the honeymoon period to getting anything, they need the next one. I've seen VPs earning 30, 40 lakhs a year who feel broke because of overspending just to get that 48 hours of feeling. Not because they are, because the emotional loop eats the money before the logic can intervene. Pattern number 2: the guilt giver. This is most B codes in the entropy code. They pay for dinner, they lend money, they can't afford to lend, they buy gifts for people who never reciprocate, and then they feel resentment. Not about the money, about the imbalance. But they can't say no because saying no to spending on others feels like saying I don't care about you. And their identity is built on caring, their identity is a guilt giver. They don't have a spending problem, they have a boundary problem. Wearing a financial costume, they can't say no because or else they will feel irrelevant in any situation or any societal or any group situation. So they cover up by spending on others. Third pattern: the image spender. Those are D codes in the entropy code, especially D4. They spend to be seen spending. The car, the brand, the restaurant, the holiday pictures. Not because they are shallow, because their emotional system learned that being perceived as successful is safety. And the moment they downgrade, even privately, the identity cracks. So they maintain a lifestyle that their emotional system demands, but their bank account can't sustain it. Their bank account suffers the most in this. And it starts reflecting after a while when the one personality is the splurging one and the other one is starts facing the issue, that is where their emotion, their household, everything starts taking toll. Stress comes into picture as well. Let's go to pattern 4, the fear hoarder. These are C codes people from entropy code, especially C1 and C3. They earn well, but they can't spend on themselves. Every purchase triggers anxiety, not because they are frugal, but because spending feels like losing control. Money in the bank is the only thing that makes their system feel safe. And the irony, they have enough. They've always had enough. But enough is a feeling, not a number. And their loop never lets them arrive at enough. Now, here's what is very interesting. These patterns are, they just don't show up on balance sheet. A financial advisor looks at your income and expenses. I look at the emotional charge underneath each transaction. Why did you buy that watch? Was it a genuine desire, or was it Monday's meeting going badly and your system needed a win? Was it that event was coming up and I wanted to show that I have made it, I can buy it to show across? Or was it a genuine love that you wanted to purchase? Was it a scenario that you pay for everyone's dinner again? Was it generosity, or was it the loop that says if I stop giving, they'll stop needing me? Why do you check your bank account 4 times a day? Is it responsibility, or is it your system trying to manage anxiety through numbers? Because emotions feel uncontrollable, does that give you a sense of safety, control? Your spending has an emotional signature, and that signature maps directly to your entropy code. I'll give you a real time example. I had someone DM me their code, which was A4, the mirror trap. Their loop is comparison. Everything they buy is benchmarked against someone else. Their colleague gets a new car, suddenly their car feels inadequate. Their friend posted a holiday, now they needed a bigger holiday. They are not spending their own money on their own desires. They are spending reactively. Every purchase is a response to someone else's life. That's not a budget problem, that's a loop. After buying something, do you feel, why did I get it also? After buying something, you don't use it also. It's just lying there in the corner in your house. After buying something, you're already thinking of buying something else because that didn't justify, you were not feeling enough after the honeymoon phase of purchase. You bought a product and it doesn't align with your identity, you want to feel something more different, and you go ahead and start looking for something else and forgot or start disliking the product which you just got. So what do you do with it? What do you do with this feeling? Same thing I teach for every loop. You don't fight it, you see it first. Next time you're about to make a purchase, especially an impulse one. Pause, not to stop yourself, just to ask, what am I actually buying here? Am I buying the thing, or am I buying a feeling? Am I buying proof? Am I buying safety? Am I buying someone's approval? That question, that 2 second pause before the transaction, is the same awareness gap I talk about. With emotional reactions, is the same mechanism. The loop fires, and instead of following it automatically, you catch it mid air. You don't have to change your spending overnight. You just have to start seeing the emotional loops that driving it, because once you see it, the compulsion loses, not disappears, but loosens. And that's enough to start making choices instead of reactions at that point. This is what entropy looks like in financial system. Disorder, emotional spending running in the background, energy leaking into purchases that don't actually serve you, and the system telling you it's fine because you can afford it. But can afford it and should buy it are two completely different questions. And your loop doesn't let you ask the second question. This is just the first place your loop leaks. On Wednesday, across my Instagram content, I'm going into the second place, which is relationships. It's coming out tomorrow. And I'll be honest with you, that one is harder than money, because with money the damage is measurable. You can see the bank balance, you can add up the receipts. With relationships, the damage is invisible. It accumulates silently, and by the time you see it, sometimes it's too late. So if this episode made you uncomfortable about your spending, good. Sit with it. Don't fix it yet. Just notice it this week. Every time you spend, ask yourself, is this me or this is my loop? If you haven't found your entropy code yet, go to my Instagram at the red reset entropy. Find the reel or the carousel of entropy code. It's pinned up. Two picks. Point number 1 and 2. Pick two from there. DM me the code. I'll send you your full loop profile, including how your specific code shows up in your money, your relationships, and your energy. If you want to go even deeper, I run a free live masterclass called Decode My Loop, where I walk through this entire system live. Link is in the show notes. And one question to sit with before Thursday episode. Look at your last 5 purchases. Not your rent, not your groceries, the other ones. The ones you choose. Ask yourself, which of those were mine and which were my loops? Be honest. I'll see you Thursday.